Ever feel like your list for new business ideas is overflowing with brilliant concepts while your to-do list remains a graveyard of unfinished projects? Yeah, I get it. Does your ambition constantly outrun your output, leaving you feeling like the hamster on a motivational wheel that goes nowhere? Welcome to the life of the ADHD entrepreneur, my friend. But before you start getting depressed, don't worry, because today we're going to be cracking the code on hacking your ADHD for entrepreneurial success. We're talking about battle-tested strategies to tame that scattered brain, prioritize like a productivity ninja, and turn those overflowing ideas into a thriving business empire. It is time to bridge the gap between ambition and output. Ensure your entrepreneurial dreams take flight. Hi. I'm Megan Brame. I'm a 5-time award-winning advanced digital marketing strategist and entrepreneur. I help multi-passion creatives and entrepreneurs with ADHD develop business strategies that create consistent revenue streams across one or all, let's be honest, of their business ventures. And I am here to help you learn how to harness your ADHD for good. But before we dive into the toolbox, let's talk about the gap between ambition and output. We all know the feeling, overflowing with brilliant ideas, ready to conquer the world. But then reality hits. And this, my friends, is the ADHD roller coaster in action. We deal with some classic symptoms that can turn passion projects into productivity nightmares. First up, there is time blindness. Time blindness makes minutes feel like hours and hours feel like seconds. Suddenly, that looming deadline you swore was weeks away is staring you down. We also deal with hyperfocus. We can get laser focused on a single task to the point of neglecting everything else. It's great for deep dives, but not so helpful when your inbox is overflowing and that laundry mountain is yet again threatening an avalanche. And then there's the ever-present impulsivity. A shiny new idea pops in your head and suddenly that meticulously planned project gets sidelined. It's like your brain is a toddler in a toy store, grabbing at everything that catches its eye. So how does this play out in real life? Well, let's say you have this incredible vision for a new product. You're brimming with excitement, sketching designs, brainstorming marketing strategies, but then time blindness strikes. Deadlines swoosh by. Hyperfocus pulls you into a rabbit hole of researching the perfect packaging material, and impulsivity throws a curveball. A new marketing trend catches your eye, and suddenly you're redesigning your entire launch strategy. The result, an unfinished product, missed deadlines, and a pit of frustration in your stomach. This cycle of discouragement can be brutal. You start to doubt your abilities, your motivation takes a nosedive, and that initial spark of inspiration feels like a distant memory. But here's the good news. You're not alone. And there are ways to break free from this cycle. By understanding your brain and implementing some minor strategic tweaks, you can turn those ADHD traits from roadblocks into stepping stones for entrepreneurial success. So let's dive into some actionable strategies next. Look, let's face it, our brains are like popcorn machines that are constantly churning out ideas. One minute you're brainstorming marketing campaigns and the next you're sketching revolutionary product designs. The challenge is capturing those fleeting thoughts without getting derailed and prioritizing ones with real business potential. Think of your brain as a treasure chest overflowing with shiny objects. It's tempting to grab at everything at once, but that's a recipe for overwhelm. The key is to develop a system for capturing those ideas without letting them hijack your focus. Keep a notebook, voice recorder, or even a designated note-taking app on your phone handy at all times. Whenever an idea strikes, capture it immediately, no matter how crazy it might seem. This frees up your mental space so you can focus on the task at hand instead of getting diverted. I like to use an app called ClickUp where I will have a favorite saved for phone ideas that I just write out as they come to me. Next is create lists for potential business ideas, marketing brainstorming, or even random thoughts that might be useful someday. This helps you organize the chaos by identifying recurring themes. But wait, there's more. Not all ideas are created equal, so you should set aside time to review your captured thoughts. Ask yourself, does it have the potential to solve a real problem or fill a gap in the market? By ruthlessly prioritizing, you can focus your precious energy on the ideas with the most potential for success. Now, let's talk about turning those captured ideas into action. We all know our brains can be a double-edged sword. That hyper focus that fuels our creativity can also lead to procrastination and missed deadlines. Luckily, there are ways to leverage your unique wiring for maximum productivity. Remember that laser-like concentration you get when you're totally absorbed in a task? That is your hyperfocus. The key is to identify tasks that trigger it. Is it in-depth research, detailed planning, marketing copy, design? What is it that just piques that interest for you? Next is hacking your schedule. Schedule focused work sessions dedicated to those tasks. Think of them as like hyper-focus sprints. They're short bursts of intense productivity to tackle your most demanding work. But that's not the only part. There's more to this story. Even with hyper-focus, large projects can feel overwhelming. And there's a method called chunking, which sounds gross, but actually is really powerful. Imagine a delicious, intimidatingly large cake. You wouldn't try to eat it all at the same sitting, right? Well, maybe you would. No judgment. The same goes for your projects. Break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks, much less daunting and way easier to digest, both literally and figuratively. And there's one more secret weapon in our arsenal. We all know this struggle. Time seems to slip away like sand through our fingers. There are awesome time management techniques that are specifically designed for ADHD brains that can help you stay on track. Here are a few to consider. One is becoming BFFs with timers. Set timers for everything. Phone calls, focused work sessions, even breaks. That constant awareness of ticking time can help you stay focused and avoid getting lost in the rabbit hole of shiny objects. Visualize your success. Create a visual schedule, a whiteboard with deadlines, or even a colorful chart to track your progress. Seeing things visually can be a powerful tool for ADHD brains to stay organized and motivated. By harnessing your hyperfocus, chunking down projects, and taming the time bandit, you can transform your overflowing ambition into actionable steps towards entrepreneurial success. Let's face it, every successful entrepreneur needs a strong support system and a battle plan. That's where building your entrepreneurial fortress comes in. We all know that feeling, staring down a mountain of tasks, motivation slowly fading like a flickering candle, but having an accountability partner or a mentor, or even joining a mastermind group can be a powerful game changer. Knowing someone's checking in, cheering you on, holding you accountable for your goals can be a powerful motivator and keep you moving forward, even on those days when inspiration feels like it's hiding under the couch cushions. But that's not all. Let's talk about technology, your perfect ADHD sidekick. There are tons of productivity apps and tools specifically designed to help our brains work more effectively. Project management platforms like ClickUp, Trello, Asana, and Notion can help you break down projects and stay organized. Focus timers can keep you on track during those hyper-focus sprints. Noise-canceling headphones can be a lifesaver if you get easily distracted by background noise. Basically, though, explore what works for you and create a digital toolbox to boost your productivity. Think of it as your personal ADHD command center, equipped to handle any challenge your to-do list throws your way. However, there's one final secret to unlocking your full entrepreneurial potential. You know, throughout this video, we've talked about taming the idea monster, harnessing your focus, and building systems for success. But here's the thing, ADHD isn't a burden, it's a unique way of being. The same traits that can sometimes feel like roadblocks, you know, like your boundless energy, your out of the box thinking, your relentless enthusiasm, can actually be your greatest strengths as an entrepreneur. But here's the real question. How do you turn those unique qualities into advantages? That's what I'm going to cover in this video. Plus, talk about the ways you can build your ADHD advantage and stop falling prey to toxic positivity. I'll see you over there.